YouTube just changed how views are counted, and now your numbers may start looking bigger. But before you shout, "I'm going viral," let me caution you that your views are gonna look good, but that doesn't automatically pay you money. You're not getting monetized just because viewers showed up. But there is good news here, so stay tuned. If you are a small creator trying to grow on YouTube, get monetized, and eventually make money from your YouTube channel, you just need to know which numbers are actually going to matter for you so that you can start to get paid. Because if you track the wrong number, you may think your channel is growing, but it really is just standing still. So in this video, I'm going to break down what changed with YouTube videos in August of 2026, why small creators should not get distracted by the bigger numbers, and the numbers you should actually track if you want your content to get watched, trusted, clicked, and eventually turn into income. Stay with me, because the last number I share with you is the one most creators skip, but it is the one that tells you whether your content is actually moving into something bigger, a way bigger opportunity for you. We're going to deep dive into making you some money through your YouTube channel. Let's get into it. Hey there, creators. If you're new here, I'm Angela, teacher turned monetized creator and an online business coach. I help women of faith turn what they already know into digital products, income, and legacy wealth without the guesswork, the burnout, and the overwhelm. I make money online selling digital products like my instant digital product template and my 1K in a day creator blueprint. I also earn two sources of income from YouTube. The main source is the YouTube Partner Program, and I serve creators inside my Cura Circle community. So there is a possibility for you to make money online with digital products all kinds of ways, and I can show you how. I have loads of videos on this channel about that path. What I want to do today, though, is focus on YouTube monetization. That is the opportunity you have right there in front of you. Let's really focus on YouTube monetization today, particularly the views. And when I talk about YouTube views, I'm not just talking about a cute number under the video. Views are the beginning of the path. The real question is, are the right people watching long enough to trust you, learn from you, and continue to watch you? Because that's what leads to YouTube monetization. But before we talk about what you should track, let's first talk about what YouTube actually changed. Beginning August 24th, 2026, YouTube updated how public views are counted. Now, a public view is counted when a video starts playing from the first frame across formats, including shorts, long-term videos, and live streams. What that means is some creators may start seeing their public view counts increase faster than before. So you may look at a new video that you just posted and think, oh, okay, we are moving. And yes, higher public views can still be a signal that your content is being shown. But here is where small creators need to be extra careful. A view starting does not automatically mean the viewer stayed. It does not mean they trusted you. It does not mean they subscribed. And it definitely does not mean that money is about to start pouring into your bank account just because you got a lot of views. So let's not look at this new high views like money just getting ready to start walking into your account, kick off his shoes, and made itself at home. That's not what this is. Okay? A public view tells you somebody started the video. It does not tell you the whole story. And that is why this update matters. If you only look at public views, you may think the video is doing better than it really is. But if people are clicking in and leaving fast, the number may look cute while the video is not actually leading you to being monetized. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to help you. I'm here to show you exactly what to do. Here is the part I want you to catch. The problem is not that views do not matter. The problem is when you treat views like they are the only number that matters. So what about monetization did not change? YouTube says this update does not impact the YouTube Partner Program earnings or eligibility. Earnings are still based on engaged shorts views and engaged watch hours. So the numbers may be going up in terms of the number of views watched, but if it's not engaged watched, it's not doing you that much good. What that means is if you're trying to get monetized or grow income from your channel, you cannot build your whole strategy around public views alone. You need to care about what happens after the view starts. Did they keep watching? Did they stay past the hook? Did they make it through the teaching? Did they comment? Did they share the video? That is where the real growth signals are. Because a viewer starting your video is good. I'm happy for that. For you. But a viewer staying to watch your video is a whole lot better. A viewer trusting your video is so much stronger. A viewer subscribing is important for your 1,000 subscriber goal. A viewer clicking to the next video is a gold mine. And checking out that offer that you have in the description, baby, that's a game changer. More on that in a bit. So, if public views are the front door, then engaged views and watch time show you whether people actually come inside and stay for a while. So here's the mistake I want small creators to avoid. Hear me, please. Please hear me. Yes, your views are about to look bigger, but don't let the higher views make you lazy with your strategy. Because if your views go up, but your watch time is low, your audience retention drops fast, nobody is commenting, then your content may be getting higher views, but it's not really connecting yet. And I need to say this with love. I say it with so much love. Not every view is a victory lap. Sometimes a view is just somebody peeking in the window and then leaving. Now let me be real with you for a second. I want the views. You want the views. We're not pretending views don't matter at all. We are creators, by the way. We want people to see the content, but we are not chasing cute numbers just to say we got the views. You get that? The goal here is YouTube monetization. I am monetized and it is nice. Let's get you there. Your YouTube channel needs more than attention. It needs attention that turns into trust. Trust that turns into subscribers and watch hours. This type of attention turns YouTube into YouTube money. Like a money machine, baby. So when you look at your analytics, don't just ask how many views did I get. Ask instead, what did these views do for me? What have they done for me lately? That question changes everything. So let's look at all the numbers that help answer the question, what do the views do? The first number you need to look at are the engaged views. Engaged views help you see how many people actually continued watching after the video started. That matters because the new public video count may show you how many times the video began playing when somebody clicked. But engaged views give you the better clue about who stayed beyond that part, beyond clicking that button. So if your public views are higher, but engaged views are lower, that tells you the packaging may be working, but the opening may need help. Maybe the title and thumbnail got you the click, but the hook did not hold them. Maybe the promise was not clear or fast enough. Maybe you took too long to get to the point. That does not mean the video failed. It means the video gave you the feedback you need to make it better. And the feedback is gold if you use it. But engaged views are only the beginning. The next number tells you how much time people actually gave you. So the second number I want you to watch is your watch time. Watch time matters because YouTube is not only looking at whether people started the video, you want to know whether people spent meaningful time with the content. For a smaller creator, watch time is one of the strongest clues that your video is useful. If people are staying, listening, learning, and continuing through the video, that tells you that the topic that you're talking about is connecting. And this matters even more if you're trying to grow toward monetization, because the goal is not just more people seeing your face for 2 seconds. That's not the goal. The goal is more people spending time with what you are teaching them, sharing them, showing them. That is why you need videos that answers real questions, solve real problems, and keep the viewer thinking, I need the next part. I need to keep listening. If your watch time is low, ask yourself, did I make the promise clear? Did I deliver fast enough? Did I repeat myself too much? That's the one I struggle with. Did I bury the good part too deep? I had to fix that real quick. Did I open strong but lose energy in the middle? Don't use all these questions to say, oh my God, I'm in trouble, and beat yourself up. Use these questions to beef up, improve your videos so that you can meet and achieve your YouTube monetization goal. Use it to become a better creator. But listen up, watch time still does not tell the whole story. The next number shows you where your people are going. So I want you to watch the third numbers, and that is audience retention. Audience retention shows you how long people are staying and where they actually drop off. This is where YouTube starts telling on your video. And sometimes it tells the truth out loud. And it was hard to hear from me at some point. I was like, gonna keep that to yourself. But then I actually realized, show me the truth. Tell me what I need to know. I'm a big girl. I can take it. You may think your intro was so cute, but retention may say, sis, they left you. You may think that 5-minute story was necessary, but retention may say they loved you, but they had other things to do. You may think your teaching was clear, but retention may show a drop where the viewer got confused, bored, or felt like the video was over. That does not mean you throw the whole video away. It means you learn. You take the information and you get better. I want you to look at where people stayed. Look at where they left. Look at what section held their attention. Look at what part lost them. That is how you start improving your next video. Retention is powerful. Retention analytics is powerful. It helps you stop guessing. You actually get to see whether people are using and following your videos. And remember, your job is not just to get the click. Your job is to keep the promise of whatever you said they were going to get out of the video that you created. But even if people stay and watch, there is one more layer that matters for a creator. And this is important. You need to know whether people are responding. That is why I want you to watch numbers about comments and questions. Comments matter because they tell you what people are thinking, feeling, asking, and struggling with. This is gold mine information, y'all. If people are saying, I needed this, that is a signal. If they are asking follow-up questions, that is a signal. If people keep repeating the same point in the comments, talking to each other, that is a signal. If they're confused about something, that is a signal. Your comment can help you create your next video. Clarify your message and understand what your audience is actually looking for. And this is where small creators have an advantage. You may not have 1,000 comments yet. That's okay, but you can actually read the ones you do have. Don't despise small beginnings, the scripture says. Respond to who is there. They matter, and they are your path to growing farther, faster. So go ahead and respond. Use those patterns and build relationships. Don't ignore that. They are right there. Your people are right there saying, what about me? Do not ignore it, even if the comments are small. Use what's right there in front of you. A small audience can give you powerful information if you are paying attention. But comments still don't complete the big picture, because if you are using YouTube to build income, you also need to know whether people are taking the next step. What next step, Angela? What next step? Well, that's the bigger opportunity I told you earlier that I would share with you. And that is numbers about your clicks and your offer movement. This is the number most creators skip. You need to track clicks and offer movement. You see, if you're trying to make money online with digital products, affiliate links, a community, coaching, or any other offer you have, you need to know whether your content is moving people closer to that next step. Did they click the link in the description? Did they watch the in-screen video? Did they check out your product? Did they buy? All of these questions you should be asking yourself are important to making money online with digital products. And this is where your YouTube channel can skyrocket your creator business far beyond just YouTube monetization. You want to move the needle past just being a content creator, because content creation says, how many views did I get when I created that video? A creator business says, is this video gaining engaged views, subscribers, watch hours, and even further, making online with my offers? That is the difference. Views do not pay just because people showed up. Views can open the door, and it will. But what happens next can make the difference between no money and big money from your views. So when you look at your next video, do not just celebrate the public view count. Celebrate it for a second. I give you that. But then after you celebrate it, I have a simple assignment for you. I want you to pick one recent video and review 5 things. Public views, that's the number of views that's increasing with the YouTube update. Engaged views, watch time, audience retention, and clicks from your offer, if you actually included an offer in your video. Do not overcomplicate this. Just look at the path and the patterns on that path. Did people start the video? Did they keep watching? Did they leave? Did they respond? Did they click or move to the next step that you provided for them? Then make one adjustment for your next video, and keep making one adjustment at a time until you get what you need to make sure that your videos make you some money, honey. So think of it like this. If people are not clicking, adjust your title and thumbnail. If people are clicking but leaving early, tighten up your hook. You gotta keep them interested. If people are watching but not commenting or clicking, strengthen your call to action. And here's the big one. Here's the big kahuna, baby. If people are asking specific questions in the comments, make that your next video. That is how small creators grow with strategy. Not panic, not guessing, not chasing the cute numbers. You review the right signals, make small adjustments, and just keep creating. If this video helped you realize I need to stop chasing cute numbers and start tracking what actually matters, comment "track the right number" in the comments and let YouTube know that Angela is hitting the right points today. And if you are a woman creator who wants to stop guessing and start building your creator business with clarity, strategy, and support that you actually deserve, get inside my Cura Circle community. This is the community that I created specifically for women of faith creators to learn how to turn what they already know, that rich, valuable knowledge of yours, how to turn that into digital products, income, and legacy wealth. No more random advice, no more guessing, no more trying to build alone, sis. Building a creator business is not a one-man band. The link is in the description for you to get started today. Next, let's get your watch hours up. Watch this video right here about YouTube's new 8,000 watch hour requirement and what you should do now to grow toward monetization without panic. It's Angela Tesano here, and until next time, always be creating. Here's that video. Bye for now.